Station Nation. Welcome to our new talk show, The Spartan Spark, where we love to spark conversations with the Memphis community about fun and important topics in hopes that you will learn something new and a little more about what's going on in our community. I'm your host, Camrin Jeans.
And I am Jeremiah Bloodworth. Today, we are excited to welcome our very own District 8 board member, Mrs. Amber Huett-Garcia, to White Station Elementary.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Of course. Good morning, Mrs. Garcia.
Good morning.
Welcome to White Station Elementary, and thank you so much for joining us. We are so excited you are visiting our school today. Could you tell us a little about your morning and what you did while you were here visiting White Station Elementary?
Yes. So we had a school board appreciation event. Last week was School Board Appreciation Week, but we had big snows, so we rescheduled them all for this week. So this was just a chance for all of the District 8 principals and some of the students to do a musical performance. So we saw from White Station High School Choir, and then the White Station Elementary Music Club performed, and then just got to hear from our principals across District 8.
That's amazing.
Ms. Garcia, it sounds like you had an exciting morning. Can you tell us a little bit about how someone is able to get a board member position and why you enjoy being a board member for Memphis Shelby County Schools?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's all about kids. We have 110,000 kids in Memphis Shelby County Schools, and it's about opportunity. I think about the, leadership. I think even from a young age, you think about how do I use my voice to make a difference. And it might sound boring, but I think lots of professional experiences where I've been a classroom teacher. I've worked in our county education office. I worked in our state education agency, worked in education nonprofits. And I've always known I wanted to be a public servant. For me, I came from a family that benefited a lot from government and growing up, and they made a difference in my life. And I thought I would make a difference in education, and decided to run for school board.
Wow, that's so cool. Some students may not know what a board member does. Could you tell our viewers about some things the board members do for school districts so they can better understand?
Yeah, so school board members, I'm one of 9 members. So we always say that you are one of 9, right? No one has any more power than the other, and we have to have anything that we do, we have to have at least 5 of us who agree on it. But we have 2 big jobs as school board members. We have 1 employee, and that is the superintendent of Memphis Shelby County Schools. So we not only hire them, but manage them, who works with a leadership team to execute our priorities. So the things that we think are most important. So right now, literacy, our facilities and all the buildings that we're in, and thinking about a ready workforce. So thinking about all the opportunities we have. And then our second job is passing a budget. So I don't know if students know this, but we have a $2 billion budget for Memphis Shelby County Schools.
Wow.
Which is bigger than the city of Memphis. It's bigger than Shelby County right now. We have a lot of, and there are a lot of things that we have to pay for, right? Like we have to pay for the lights, we have to pay for our teachers, but figuring out that how to invest that money so that it most benefits our students. So that's our biggest job. So how do we create a budget that reinforces the things that we say are important? So, it's our aligning what we care about with the resources.
Yeah. I hear you used to be a school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you enjoyed about teaching while you were in the classroom?
Yeah. I taught 3rd grade, and I taught 3rd grade reading. I think the thing that I enjoyed the most is seeing growth in students. Not only like academic growth, but that social, emotional growth. When you're in 3rd grade, you kind of have a varying group of some who might feel shy or not confident, or some who feel like they don't feel like they belong. So really building that sense of I'm part of a family was really what I loved about teaching. and it's the children, right? Like
Yes.
every teacher says the best part of my job is getting to work with kids every day. That's what I love.
Definitely. Well, that's all the time we have today. We know Mrs. Garcia is very busy, and we are going to let her get back to her work as a school board superhero.
Mrs. Garcia, we want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to spark a conversation with us and let everyone know a little bit about you and your position as the Memphis-Shelby County Schools board member.
Well, thank you so much for having me. And to the White Station Elementary students watching, I'm proud of you, and keep working hard every day.
Until next time, Spartans, we hope you have a great day, and we hope you learned something new. I'm Camrin Jeans.
And I am Jeremiah Bloodworth. We will see you next time on the Spartan Spark.
And now, let's take a look at today's celebration.
And are doing for our school. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Congratulations to the students too. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
But also, just a side joke that I always look at her shoes, and she always looks at my shoes because we have
the same
similar
shoes.
shoes. Like,
Here's a token of our appreciation. Thank you so much. Waiting to be in your schools the first day you were open. So just thank you all for being here, and thank you to White Station Elementary for hosting it too. So.
Can you tell us a little about who you are?
My name is Michael Ayers, and I'm the vice principal at White Station High School, home of the Spartans. And I do have a number of responsibilities there in support of the principal, Miss Carrie Holland, and the administrative staff and the instructional staff.
That sounds interesting. How has board member Garcia impacted you or your students?
She has been readily available, quick to listen, and avid supporter of our schools and our efforts in the community. Is extremely visible. I've seen her at a number of functions out in the community, so I know that she's active, and we also know there's hard work behind the scenes, and she's putting in a lot of time away from family to focus on the needs of our district and supporting most notably the schools within her district.
Yes. Thank you for taking the time for us to interview you.
All right, thank you. You did a nice job. Have a good day.
Bye. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are?
Well, yes, I can. My name is Lisa Beckwith, and I am the current principal of Richland Elementary School.
That sounds very interesting. Do you like it there?
Oh, I absolutely love it. I've actually been at Richland for over 15 years. I served as the assistant principal prior to becoming the principal, and I also served as a kindergarten teacher for 12 years before becoming assistant principal. So Richland is my home.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yes, ma'am.
How has board member Garcia impacted you or your students?
She has been a wonderful help and support in getting the assistance that we need in order to make sure that our building is running and functioning properly. At the beginning of the school year, we had some issues with operations and water damage, and she has been very instrumental in making sure that we can get those problems corrected. So we really, really appreciate her.
Can you tell us a little about who you are?
Sure. I'm Patrick Sershin. I'm the principal of Dexter K-8 in Cordova. Been there for 6 years now.
That sounds like a lot of fun. How has board member Garcia impacted you or your students?
She has impacted our students, our community greatly over the last 2 years. She's provided resources to support us in our literacy, teacher incentives, getting teachers there to want to teach and to grow our students, and also provided incentives for our students who excel academically and behaviorally at our school. She supports the mission of our school.
Yes, that must be super good.
It's great. It's great for our whole community.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
My name is Keela Higgs, and I'm the school counselor at Avon Lennox High School. And I'm so excited to be here today to honor our board member, Commissioner Garcia, today. And so, just a privilege to be here today.
Thank you. How has board member Garcia impacted you or your students?
Well, absolutely. She has really poured into our school with participating in different functions that we've had at our school. She came to our prom. She has provided funding so we could service various programs that we have and events and activities. We're always having activities and events, and so she's always there to support. So we're so appreciative of her funding that she has provided to our school and impacted our school. So happy to have her in our neighborhood.
That sounds great. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. You guys did wonderful. Do you want to do a picture?